Everyone. Today, I want to talk about what it means to do good things, to do what's right instead of what's easy, and how to have an impact in the lives of those around us. There are essentially two things necessary for that. The first is one that we can have an influence over, and the second one we don't have any influence over. The first thing is having the right attitude, the right mindset, because in order to help people, first we need to want to help them, because if we don't, or if we don't do it with the right attitude, then, well, what's the point? We won't help them if we don't genuinely want to help them. And also, not because we're looking down on them, because we think that they specifically need our help. That's not true. Because we don't always know what will help those around us. And if we act like we're superior to them in some way, well, with that attitude, they certainly won't appreciate our help, if it even is helping, or they won't even accept it. I mean, think about it. Suppose you're dealing with some kind of problem, but you have at least a rough idea about what to do about this problem. But then someone comes along and acts like you have no idea whatsoever. Will you accept their help? Not likely. So, when we want to help others, we need to do that with a humble attitude, with genuine care, and not act like we're something better than them, because in truth, we're not. We're no better than others. The other thing, in order to help people, is we need to be in the right place at the right time. And we have no influence over that because we don't know what the right place is or the right time. But what is key for both is that we need to trust God, because He knows. He knows where we need to be, when we need to be there, and He can help us to have the right attitude. He looks at all of us in a loving and caring manner, and we need to look at others the same way. And I understand that's not always easy, but it's possible, as long as we don't do it alone. I get that sometimes the ones around us can seem annoying or even infuriating. And, well, I'm not saying that what we feel isn't valid, but as Christians, we need to look past that. And I know that's not easy. And at times, we simply can't do it. At least not alone. And that's really the key to it. We're not alone. And God can help us and wants to help us. all we need to do is ask him and trust him. Let me tell you something that happened a few days ago to emphasize that point. As you might know from my past videos, I'm currently in Iceland and I'm staying in a hostel. There, I met someone. I won't say her name, but, well, we get along pretty well. We actually sleep in the same dorm. And a few days ago, she thought she had lost the key to her suitcase. And her problem was her phone charger was also in that suitcase, and her phone was about to die. So, yeah, she desperately wanted to find that key again. And, well, we were looking where she was last sitting, if the key was maybe there, and I had a few ideas about what to do. I first suggested that maybe the hostel had a lost and found, and maybe her key ended up there. And, well, she tried that. Meanwhile, I prayed that she might find that key soon. Turned out it wasn't a lost and found, but I had another idea about her phone. Because I also had my phone with me, so maybe my charger would work for her phone, and turns out it did. And she was really grateful about that. Later, when we went back to our dorm, she found the key, and I knew my prayer at least helped with that. And I'm very grateful about that. Sometimes it's the small things that can have a great impact. Always keep that in mind. God bless you.